What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Frank Warren, Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Get this. Tyson Fury's promoter Frank Warren believes that the Anthony Joshua fight could be worth 200 million pounds, and Alexander Usyk bout is a no-brainer, but won't force the WBC champion out of retirement. Tyson Fury's promoter, of course, will not force him out of retirement, but the prospect of fighting Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk could. Okay. Should the stars align for Joshua to regain his titles and Fury to change his mind, Warren believes that fight could may earn more than a half of 200 million pounds pot by agreeing to face AJ. He stated, if that happened, we'd have to work out what percentage it would be. I would obviously be arguing that Tyson gets more, but whatever is settled at, that's how it would be split. It would work out that there would be a certain guarantee. How these things move on is that there's a pot, and it would be determined by how much money we get into the pot with the pay-per-views and things like that. That's how it's split. So there's a guarantee against the split, but it could be a 200 million pound fight. I also think the Usyk fight is a huge fight as well. The people bought into Usyk. They've watched him take Joshua apart. It's a no-brainer to fight, Warren added. If Tyson wants to fight, if he decides he wants to move on, if he wants to fight the winner of that, it won't be difficult to make. And when pressured on his gut feeling, the promoter admitted he wouldn't bet his house on Fury fighting again. He said, I will not in any shape, form ask him or force him to coerce him into doing anything, Warren added. It will be his own free will. Boxing is a dangerous business. If your heart's not in it and you're in the ring, you're in a dangerous place. He'll make his own mind up. He's with his family at the moment. He's not thinking about boxing. He's been training solidly for this fight. Let me stop there, okay? If Anthony Joshua beats Alexander Usyk, yes, that would be the fight to make. And I think that would be an intriguing fight because we've wanted to see these guys fight since 2017. You know, the sparring rumors helped a lot as well because Anthony Joshua supposed to put it to Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury admitted it, then said in another interview that, it didn't go the way that he admitted it going. So it was real interesting to see him go back and forth about what happened in sparring concerning a younger fighter in Anthony Joshua. And he's not that much older, Tyson Fury, than Anthony Joshua, but experience-wise is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Anthony Joshua. But Alexander Usyk fight would do as well. I think Tyson Fury, honestly, would want to fight AJ if he won versus wanting to fight Usyk if he won. I think he's just in a safer place saying that I'm in the retirement status because that's safer. When you retire, no one expects you to do anything. You have no obligation on our account. You're not held accountable, to some people when you're retired. Okay. But Frank Warren said that, hey, I will not shape him. I will not coerce. And listen, if it is $200 million on the purse for a potential fight, you bet your bottom dollar that Frank Warren, hey, Tyson, I've been calling you, Tyson. We've got 200 million. The Saudis has really came through. The money's still there. Tyson, answer the phone. Answer the door, Tyson. Or phone. You damn right. If he could make that type of money from what just happened, imagine what he could do with AJ and Tyson Fury, which would be a joint thing, by the way. Okay, this wouldn't be anything that, no, you got a 3-time champion against a guy that's a 2-time champion, but he has the WBC belt. He's had the WBC belt. So he took that from Wilder, which Wilder had it for a while. And they want to talk about splits. I say this, if those guys were going to fight, I would give it still 50-50. Why? Because you got a 3-time unified champion in AJ if he beats Alexander Usyk, and he's the unified heavyweight champion. See, Tyson Fury used to hold that belt, but he never defended it. So the great controversy with Tyson Fury is, yes, he beat Klitschko, but no, he didn't defend those belts. The only belt that he's defended is the WBC, which is all right for me, bars. But at the end of the day, you got a guy that's a 2-time champion, which is the WBC champ, versus the guy that got his belts back after beating Alexander Usyk. Therefore, he beat everybody in the ring in a rematch. Therefore, he will be, at that point, exactly like Lennox Lewis, except without the WBC. Okay, so, yeah, I think that fight should be honored the way it was. Remember that old contract? Remember that money before? 50-50. Why? Because both of these guys are credible. One has no losses, 1 draw. The other one has 2 losses, right? With 2 wins to avenge that. So we're looking at the comeback kid versus the Gypsy King. So $200 million, I think this is the way of Frank saying, Tyson, come back to the sport. We could have $200 million. But he did dress it up nice. I'm not going to make him do anything. He's with his family right now. Right? So, no. Promoters do exactly what they do. They promote the fighter and they persuade the fighter to do things that the fighter normally wouldn't be doing. That's what a promoter does. You imagine all the people that Don King, well, baby, let me tell you something. Just sign the dotted line, baby. Don't worry about it. We're gonna fill out the rest later. Just give me your signature, baby. Come on, you can make this Larry Holmes. This little guy, Mike, he's inexperienced. Get in the ring with him. And Larry Holmes didn't want to fight Mike. But those are what promoters do. They persuade you. Some of them might pull your arm. You don't know. But we do know what they're capable of doing. They are capable of selling themselves. They're capable of persuading people. And what Frank did is pretty slick. He let it be known to Tyson Fury without letting it be known to Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Frank Warren stating that the Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk fight for Tyson Fury could be over 200 million pounds. Please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!